Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. This time around we're looking at a different type of skyblock, I would say. Mechanical Mastery is the name of it. It's basically about creating contraptions that intermingle, that intercepts, that craft something together in a unison way. It's about creating small machines that continuously generate resources. It's so much like the old style Feed the Beast based world where you had this EMC based generation of it. But let's do a let's play in it. We want hard. I want to be able to cheat. I don't know if the seed has anything to say, but yeah. Let's get into it and let's see what we actually end up in. My prediction here, or not my prediction, but my previous test world ended me up in a good biome. I think I did right the same thing, so hopefully this time around again. So, the concept in this world here is kind of simple. We have a small island here that's kind of small. We have no easy way of getting anything, but there is a quest book that helps us get going on it. Is this larger? Oh, it's because one of them is a long named one. Oh well. So, Mechanical Mastery is an expert modpack. It starts out kinda not super slow, but it has a gradual increment as far as I've tried into the complexity of things that you're doing, and based on me looking around on a few things, which looks to be very interesting. And I think the complexity of continuously building on top of what we have learned previously becomes more and more interesting. The configuration here also has a way to turn off a few things that I don't like, I think. So something like that. Actually, I think this one here I'm going to turn off again because I do want the danger. If I'm foolish enough to jump into the void, I deserve to lose what I had on me. So, we begin. The world here is basically, if you look up there, there's ProjectE that introduces the EMC value, and everything that has an EMC value, you can search for EMC in JIE, just enough items, and then you can actually see that all of these items here has EMC values. There's a few of them that's kind of nice. The only thing we have right now is a tree, and we do have the EMC values that comes from from that. How do I do this? Actually, let me dig this one up here. I think just to get going here, I am gonna place you there. I want you to learn the tree. I want you to be there as well. Then I want to pull out a bit of this. And actually, I could take this one here as well, right? This one had it. Yes. There we go. So that means that instead of me using wood here, I can use a couple of stacks of dirt. And yes, I do build too high. There is a reason for that. When we come further into the game here, there's the Philosopher's Stone. And if you accidentally use your Philosopher's Stone on top of dirt, it might turn into sand. Or transmute, I think it's called. And that would be an untimely death if that were to happen. Let's put it that way. But yeah. Let's see. So that was a complete layer around here. So if I go out here, let's say we want to have a 5 out from each of them, meaning that we will have 11 by, 11, right? Oh, I had one more stack here. But yeah, I'll build this out here, and then I'll start the first small bit of grind, because there is a little bit of grind, but not super much, but a little bit. where I literally just stand there, I'm twerking, and hopefully the tree will grow and provide me with some lovely EMZ to get going. I do need. I think I need like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of doing that. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't time it when I tested it out previously, but it did. Also, that also included me figuring out how to do things, stuff like that. But yeah, what I did do previously, and I'm better be frank about it, is of course I completed this chapter here basically. So did the first thing up until the basic mechanical element. Nothing super important from my perspective. Oh, I forgot to build this out. Oops. But yeah. Anyway, I'll craft this here and then I'll bring you back. So I'm almost at the level where I want to be for the beginning, just above the 20,000 mark. The reason I have left this hole here is because it's a wonderful hole to stand in when you're twerking. It hits all the trees around you, and at least I cannot remember, but I don't think I've ever tried that one of them actually squeezes me down, so to speak, because you can see if I had stood one block higher here, I would have been squeezed down to the ground and had to crawl out from under the tree or break the tree. But yeah, this works pretty well. Let's deep dive into what this and how this modpack actually works. So yeah, sorry about my voice, by the way. I have a slight throat sore or something. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, it's just slightly annoying. Put it that way. Oh, no, nice. Good amount of EMC getting from that. That's also a good example about how you actually get different new resources. You don't get the ingots and those kind of things available to you. You get the ores instead. Maybe actually, I think I want to do something like that. Yes. And do the same on the other side. That's an excellent place to start out my base building. So let's quickly build up what we need here. There we go. And then let's place you above it. Yes, excellent. So the first thing that we need to do, according to the quest, is that we need to build up a small, what's it called? Stone generating, lava generating, cobblestone generator. That's the name of it. We do that by breaking 3 blocks here. Due to the way waterlock works, we can actually just place a trapdoor like that, have the water in that one, then have the lava over here. Then we continuously can get cobblestone there. This would be one way of farming EMC, but the value of of 1 is not really that valuable. Oh, we got 64 EMC from it. The interesting thing here is that we get the individual items here, and all of these items that we get here, the ores, the redstone, everything of this here is basically a valuable item for us right now. If we lose them, then we probably need to start over. But all of them here is something that can be learned, and then we have those resources available to us, including the clay, which should give us everything we need in order to get into the... Let me remove this again. It has served its purpose. Including getting into the thermal expansion, I think it's called, right? So, yeah, thermal expansion. We need a few of the thermal engines. We need a engineer's hammer and a few other things. But before we get into all of that, we probably need a few furnaces so that we can actually start generating some some coals and other things for crafting. And also to melt down some ingots. Yes, because who don't want to place their furnace on the backside? Oh, luckily I got it. On the backside of another furnace. Sometimes I don't understand that plating logic that was introduced with the... can't even remember what the mod is called, but the mod that introduces that custom placement where you can place behind things, that kind of thing. Like the one that allows you to place behind here. Cool. What else do I want to do here? We want a few blocks here in order to craft a few more chests. Oh, quark is in the... I had not actually noticed that before. Like that. Oh, now that I have this one here, I can actually... Yeah, let's move it. Store it in a chest somewhere instead of having it positioned right here. There we go. There. Excellent. So first up, let's get a stack of wood and let's get it burning. Yes, I do use sticks for it because sticks is a renewable resource that is easy enough to generate when you're farming trees. What do I need here? So we at least need to get a bit of iron going, so let's get that going. Stack is too much, maybe half a stack. We do need maybe half a stack of aluminium as well. And then some raw copper. We don't need that much of that. So if I were to go by the first one where we generate a lot of, a decent amount of EMC, then it would, if I remember correctly, 4 iron and 4 backside to 1 copper, which should be this scale here. And why is that? Let's take a look at it. So once we come to for this one here, which is the one that's the first one we want to do, we want 2 of the copper rods. Copper rods comes from the multi-server, and 1 copper ingot gives 2 copper rods. Easy enough. The secondary thing that we need is the gears, and each gears comes from a similar multi-server, but with a gearwork working die in it instead, and that generates the gears. Cool. How many? I need quite a few. Yeah, this is the expensive part. The oops, one too many. The gold is seriously expensive. At least here, when we're in the early game, where we don't have that many resources yet. That's the first bits of it. We do probably need quite a bit more iron yet. So I'm actually gonna get another up and running with that. What else? I need a bit of tin. How much tin do I need? So I need a gear per machine. I need quite a few machines. So maybe go for 16 for now. And then once I get more EMC, I can go for more. There we go. A lot of this up and going, which is excellent. Cool. Anyway, I'll generate a few more resources, a few more EMCs, etc. And then hopefully within a reasonable amount of time, I'll be able to actually start building up the first contraption that we want. So I have just been crafting up a few redstone fluxes, redstone and gold. I did craft an iron pick in order to get some of the redstone, basically grab the redstone from here and break it a bit. Because I want a few Stirling engines. This is going to be my first power source, and hopefully it's going to be excellent. well, excellent might be a strong word, but it is gonna get me through the first few phases of needs that we have for it. But Stirling engines are not worth much without us actually going towards the next step of it. We also need a way to move that energy around. So let's go for some energy cables. In order to do that, we need some dielectric paste. So I need a bit of clay. And that should actually be fairly straightforward. Gonna grab the recipe that does not include me using any of the lava buckets. Two of those should be more than enough right now. I don't want to spend all my resources on this. And one of those, and like that. And then we should be able to do this. Yes, I think one for now should be more than enough. I don't think, and we get 16 more, so that's even better. So yeah, should be good. So some of the resources that we need to use is a bit expensive. Gold and nickel are two of the quite expensive materials, but first of all, we need them in order to advance, basically. I do see that I'm slightly low still, so I'm probably gonna do a bit more mining after this. Oh, not mining, what's it called? Twerking and generating EMZ, basically. But yeah, you can take this here and toss it up here, and then you can create the invar blend for one of them. That should be excellent. And then I can throw in that, and we should get that up and running. Yeah, I need it for the copper as well. So yeah, there's a bit more work there. Anyway, I'll continue EMC generating and then bring back when I'm ready to craft something new. And a few crafts later, we have both bronze, we have Constantan, and we now have Invar. All of those is going to be instrumental to some of the crafts that we're going to do here. But first of all, the first thing that we want is the multi-servo press. Oh, I don't have enough iron. Damn. Do I even have enough? I could potentially do this. Yeah, I think I can. Okay. I'll get that up and cooking while I craft everything else. So, constant gear, we need 2 of those. And we need... That's actually everything else. So yeah, let me come back to you once I have all my iron back. Let's try that now. So we need the block of iron here. We do need the entire machine put together. And we now have a multi-servo press. So for the first one here, I'm just going to do the direct input of power into it. And then I'm going to take the 2 basic mechanical essences that I created previously and throw in here. They will then get pressed into, where is it? Into a basic mechanical crystal. I don't think there's other ways to craft that one. Nope, the only way is using this servo. Need a bit of power though, so go ahead, fill it up. Could also use my sticks. Keep getting a ton of sticks whenever I do the whenever I do the twerking here. Come on, grow. There you grow. Grew. The perfect amount here is exactly the 6 saplings here, because yes, it's gonna be less than ideal if none of them grows big, but when one of them do, you can still get the entire thing, which is cool, and you never need to leave your small hole unless you want to pick up your stuff. And doing it this way around here, you get resources kinda okay-ish quick. Yeah, let's see. This should be done now. Perfect. The cool thing about this one here is not that we got 2 of them, it's that we got 16 as a reward from the quest. That's 1,400 147,000, sorry, 456 EMC. That's huge. It just makes it completely useless to do the twerking. I wonder. Let me actually grab like half a stack of this and smelt it. Go smelt. So yeah. I want a small place to actually set up the automation that's gonna craft this. So let me build that up and yeah. And here we have the platform. Just a simple small platform here. I did fill it up with a bit of re-chiseled cobblestone. So I crafted one of those as well. Let's see, did it completely? Yep. Did I get everything down? Almost. So now I have a bit of everything that I need to do it. I did also prepare a few things here because I do know that I need a few of these and I need a few of these. I should probably have done that the other way around because it's kind of expensive. But yeah. So I have 2 gear. No, that's actually correct. So I have 2 gears. I have 1 rod. Anyway, that doesn't make much sense before I actually continue to the next step. We do need something more before starting over here, I just noticed. I do need the EMC link. So EMC link is a way to input-output from your EMC net worth. I think that's the right way of saying it. If it's not, then I'm sorry, but basically I see the EMC values up there as your personal net worth. And you can then inject and extract value from it by these barrels here. I think I need 4 of them, if I remember correctly. Yes. So, let's see. So if we have the machine here, so this is our output. This is where once we have built something that has a value, we inject it into it. And let's say we wanna run it like this here. So we run it by saying create all the gears that you can. Gears won't have any value right now. They will later on, but right at the beginning they won't have any value. Let's see, something like that, I think. And then just place all our generators down here. And where did my linking go? There. So we want this one to be hooked up. We want the machine that comes up and lives here to be hooked up. We will have a machine. No, we won't have a machine on that side. We will have machines further up though. Because we do also want a bit of other things here. And I cannot, yeah. I love that you can walk through this here. On the other hand, I hate that you can walk through it because you cannot use it to build up with. Can I? I think it's gonna be impossible for me to place something on top there. Yes. Ah, there we go. If I have calculated correctly, that should be the building position of things. But before I get to that point, I do want to get my all my gears, both of the iron gears and the other ones. Alright, I also need to hook this up. Something like that. Then I need all that power I've been generating. All of these here has a goal. Probably need more, but this is a good starting point. I think that's kind of like the thing with this mod pack here is that you continuously try to generate more value for yourself, and you continually use your value in order to generate value. not a terrible way of doing it, but just not always how you expect to do it. So that was all the iron gears. Next up would be the what are the next ones? The next one would be the the aluminium gear. I actually have a few of them already, so I can, if I am quick over here, remove 8, I think it is. So if I remove 8 here, that should still generate the correct amount. Yep. I'm just testing out my levels, I guess it would equivalent to. I can already now say that I need some more 10, maybe half a stack. And I really do need a bit more fuel. Because otherwise I will be running low on that constantly until I can automate it. I'm not sure how to automate it yet. My current idea is to pull it out of one of these here and then try and insert it into a furnace and then see if that would be okay. I'm not sure if that's going to generate a net negative to power the machines here or not, but I'll test it out and see how that goes. So the sequential machine here is one of the next ones that I need. So if we quickly build that one up, we need copper gears. Oh, I'm running low now. Okay. We need another one of them. I have one more. I need so much. I need so much gold. Luckily, gold is accessible, not cheap, but accessible. So with this over here, so this looks to be complete. I can swap this out for this one here and then throw in my copper. That creates 2 per, and that means that I will actually get all of those. Sequential fabricator, yep. So the sequential fabricator is an excellent machine. It's going to be placed on top here. We're gonna be auto inputting. We will also auto output here once we have the correct recipe set up for it. So if we set up here the recipe, so this recipe here, lock it in. You want input from top and sides, and you want output at the bottom. If you toss in this here, it should generate the basic mechanical essence that automatically gets pushed into the machine down here, which should not have anything here, and then it should automatically generate it. Once it's done with that, you can ask it to automatically output. So now we will have those. I don't know, was it 4 that it crafted? Probably. It has to be more than 4, right? Yes, it did craft more than 4. It just didn't output them. So 16 it crafted. And for each of them, we now slowly, if you look up in the corner, we can see that we are pulling in, getting EMC whenever that one completes over there. That's like the essence of how we want to build this up. But yeah, I'll craft up the rest of the machines needed for it. Can I actually? No, actually I can do one more thing now. So there was one more thing that I wanted to do here as well. So we want the pulverizer. There we go. And the reason that we want a pulverizer here is that... Oh, am I running low on redstone? Yeah. Nothing here comes easy, right? You keep having to grind a bit up of everything. But yeah, I want a pulverizer so that I can get a bit of... Oh, right, I was running low on iron nuggets. Let's see. This here should be crafting everything up. And do I have I should have enough for one more. And, yep. So this one here is not actually part of the machine over there, but it does serve the purpose of being a pulverizer, and a pulverizer is kind of useful. See if I can place it like that. So if we toss in the stuff here, how's power generation? That's going okay. So if I toss in the cobblestone here, I'm gonna get gravel and I'm gonna get potential sand. If I wanted, I could get once I've generated the gravel, I can toss that in there instead and then have a bit of sand. But for now, I'm just gonna let this run here and then generate a bit of cobble for me. As you can see, my EMC up in the corner has significantly, that was the first one I needed. It has significantly increased, and it increases every time it cycles through that. And yeah, that's gonna be amazing. Sticks, burn, and even more power. But yeah. So that was the pulverizer. What do we need more? We need the redstone furnace. We do need to get a bit of clay up and running. I need not quite this many here. I think that's the number I need. 24? Yep. And 3 for that one. There's my glass. So glass here is used for pipes. The only reason why I crafted one piece was because I want some pretty pipes. Perfect. Pipes here can actually help us a bit. I do need to craft a few more of these. They are luckily easy enough to craft. We need the blank slate here. Oh, right. So, right. Something like that. Blank slate. I need 2 of them. Right. And then I need 2 extraction modules more. Yes. 2 extraction modules more. Oh. I ran out of that again. I think it's always a race against generate more resources. Use the resources to generate more resources and continue that. There is something about that that's kind of nice. So 2 more of those, and then we have 3 of each. Yep. That should actually allow us to continue the build we are in progress of doing over here. So we want this one here to go out and up. Do we want it to go out and up actually? Yes, I want it to be a tall one. So out and up, and the same over here. I'm also going to do the same here, but I believe I can use this one here. Nope, not like that. I believe I can use it to, yeah, remove the connections. Perfect. So like this. Because that way here, I should be able to craft it and everything up here. Yeah. So now I just need to craft a few more machines and then build up the rest of it. I think I have everything I need now. So 3 redstone furnaces, 3 multi-servos. It is gonna be slightly expensive to get it up and running the first time, but I don't think that's gonna be a big problem. So these 3 goes here. All of them should have outputs to the bottom. All of them have input from the top. Perfect. Then we have 3 redstone furnaces. 1 for each. Now we want to see that, okay, down here, we want a stack limiter. And that stack limiter should limit the stacks. Do we need the... I'm actually not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to test it. So limit it to 32. I had a different idea in mind when I was doing this here, but I don't think this is gonna work because it's not familiar with what type of item it should only have 32 of. So maybe that's where the filter instead comes in, right? If I read the restricts flow from pipes into adjacent inventories, filter amount varies by tier. Let me actually just take it over here and see. So if I throw you in here, so if I filter you, let's say you become one of them, you become one of those, and you become the copper one. Let me actually just set everything up and get that part of it flowing, and then I can figure out how to configure the other things afterwards. Oh, right, I need the 3 things that I want to configure them for. Right now, they are not configured for anything, so we need bauxite, iron, and copper. And the iron goes to one of the sides, and so if we set iron to this side here, we set, no, not copper, we want bauxite. Can I please get the bauxite there instead? Or do I need to? Yeah. Something like this here. So we have iron, copper, and bauxite. Perfect. These here should then pull from the top. Pull from the top. Pull from the top. They will have output to the bottom as well. So that means that all of them here has now been configured to pull in, smelt it down, and pass it in. And just to verify, yes, looks correct. Looks correct. This one here should then be pulling from the top, pull from the top, and pull from the top. Yes, perfect. Let's see, should I just toss you in there? Probably. At some point this is gonna backlog and completely fill up. But it is an expensive, very expensive way of getting it going when I don't have any limitation on how many they can pull out. So they can literally pull out every second, they can pull out one. And as you can see, the number at the top continuously goes down as it does so. Let's see. I don't know if this will work. So it's working for now. But what I'm worried is that this one here fills up with 32. And once it has filled up with 32, it will then stop. Let's see. Could also be smart about this. Could I? No, I cannot. I need to have some logic that says that it has to be this type of item that has that amount of items in it. Or at least we actually have an increase of it now, so we do actually have the generation of it. So now that's 32 here, and let's see if either of these here, this one actually sent it down. Okay, so it is smart enough. That's exactly what I wanted to see here. So these works as they should, so I don't need the low filter. Oh, excellent. Happy boy. I am so happy. When something just works unexpectedly, then that's always cool. Yeah, I need to prettify it a bit as well. I do also need to automate the production of fuel for the dynamos. Dynamos, I think it is. But for now, they can get half a stack of coal each, and that should be holding them up for a bit. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna work on power generation next episode, or if I'm gonna be focusing on getting the those up and running again. So, oh yeah, I had a quest here I could turn in. Have this one up here. That one, perfect. Catalyst. Yeah, I'll take a look at that at some point. Yes, yep. Okay, yep. Okay, cool. That actually means that I could complete this one here and go to the next level. So that means that as a wrap up of this episode, because this is our first auto generation of it, it will generate a surplus at some point. I sincerely hope so. It should, based on the calculations that's been done for it. But we get a few resources here that can help us get going in our next endeavors. Oh, nice netherrack. Stone. Oh. Excellent. Let's quickly learn those, because I did notice all of them have EMZ values. That is nice. Was that everything that had EMZ value? I think it was. Yeah, we have a good amount of everything now. Like, I think we are ready to jump into create next episode. Jump into create there. We can do what else? We can also do the paralyzer where approach towards coal coke. Or we can go. Can we? We could. Technically. No, we cannot, because this requires a steel ingot. So we do need to get up here and then through immersive engineering. Okay. So we have a bit of a few things to do next episode. I think the first thing here is get something up here that can potentially create some soul sand or something that... Oh, nice. There is a few things, but yeah. Quick update. Just before locking off today, I'm gonna craft the... what's it called? The timey one. The time in the bottle. Let's see. What does it actually take? I think I have everything I need for it. That one. Even have a bit of glass, which is excellent. Glass, that one. A bit of gold around some redstone. And by magic, well, not really magic, but mechanical ingenuity, maybe, we have a time in the bottle. If you like this episode here, toss me a like. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, yeah, subscribe down below. Otherwise, have fun out there and see you around.